All right. So I'm making this video to some of y'all have asked me questions about how to figure out how to calculate a percent yield or find the limiting reagent, etc. Well, I made this video to give two examples of how to do it for our specific reaction in the Aldol experiment. So let's say, hopefully y'all see the whiteboard right now. Yeah, I'm sharing it. This is the reaction we're doing and with the molecular weights listed. So let me change the color here. Let's say we had 50 grams of benzaldehyde and 100 grams of acetone. The first thing you need to do is convert both of those to moles. So let's see. If you take 100 divide by 58, and this one you divide by 106. Let's see. 100 divided by 58. We'll round 1.7 moles. And benzaldehyde will produce 50 divided by 106, 0.47 moles. Okay, so now we have the moles of each reactant, and we know that one acetone, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So it'll produce 1.7 moles of product. Whereas this one with benzaldehyde, we know it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So you'd have 0.94. You'd have 0.94 moles. Now we see that the amount of benzaldehyde is what produces the lesser amount. So this is the limiting reagent in this instant with these amounts. So then finally, in order to get the mass of theoretical yield, you would multiply it by the 234. And we would have 220 grams, right? And that's in one instance. And let's say I kept all this the same, except for the amount of acetone is increased. Let's say I used, let's say I used 200, draw 200 grams. divided by, that's a terrible 8, 58, is 3.45, oh, I'm stupid. I did the wrong way. Let's say we had 50. Sorry about that. Don't always do it the same way you think. It's 50 grams. Would be 0.86 moles. And since it's a 1-to-1 ratio, you have 0.86 moles over here. Now, our limiting reagent is the acetone. Which will then make 201 grams, our theoretical yield. So you see, in this reaction, you have to remember that the acetone is in a 1-to-1 ratio, whereas benzaldehyde is in a 2-to-1 ratio. So you want to make sure you have that ratio included whenever you're calculating which one's the limiting reagent and then figuring out from there your theoretical yield. So I just made that so that, because some of y'all have asked me how that works and needed a refresher. So these are just some examples. Now you can use your own masses that you've got, use the decimal points. I rounded some, but anyway, and that's all I had for this. So let me stop the share and then stop this recording.